Okay, so I'll come back to 11.6 equation in quadratic form. Okay, so in this section, we will learn about higher degree polynomial equation. For example, such as like, x4 minus 3x squared minus 4 equal to 0. For some, some polynomial like that, we call it higher degree, because instead of having, x squared, you're having x4. But as you can see in here, if we change, if we substitute use as an s x or n, and we can have the equation look like a quadratic form. Let me see over here. So you can later on solve it as a quadratic equation. And we also learn about equations that have rational exponent. So we also gonna pick a substitution that reduce the equation to the quadratic form. So for example, you want to solve n to the power negative 2 plus 6n to the power negative 1 plus 9. We're going to let u equal to n negative 1. So now the equation become u squared plus 6u plus 9 equal to 0. And then we're going to keep solving it as a quadratic equation. Okay, so also if we have like 6x power 2 over 5 minus 5x power 1/5, right? Minus 4 equal to 0, then you're gonna just let u equal to x to power 1/5, and then equation become x power 6u squared minus 5u minus 4 equals 0. So now it's from quadratic form, right? And equation that have complex solution also. We will solve by, both polynomial and rational equation can have complex solution. So you're going to use the fact that a is greater than 0, then square root of negative a will be I square root a. For example, I have 1 plus 1 over x squared equal to 0. Then I can multiply by x squared both inside, and I have x squared plus 1, and we equal 0, and then x squared equal to negative 1, and that means x equal to plus or minus I. Okay, so let's move down and see how can I solving some example over here. So for example, I have I want to solve 2x 6 plus x power 3 equals 1. Usually, okay, I'm gonna say usually you're just gonna set this the lower one become u. Okay, so I'm gonna say let I use alternate. Let's use equal to x power 3, and then I'm gonna substitute it. I have wait, but for so then x power 6, if you square both hand side, right, then you're gonna have u square, right? U square x cube square is x6, remember that. Or I gonna just redo u square equal to x cube square, and that's gonna give me u square equal to x power 6. And you see here, now I can just substitute x6 become u squared. So u squared and x3, x power 3 become u equal to 1. And then, you know, I'm going to subtract 1 both hand side. Then I have 2u squared plus u minus 1 equal to 0. Right? You can use factorable in here, and let's see what happens. So AC equal to 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. B equal to 1. So two number that multiply equal to negative 2 is, say, negative 2 here. So no, 2 here, and addition equal to 1, so negative 1. So I have to change this, the middle, remember that in here A equal to 2, B equal to 1, and C equal to negative 1. Since A equal to 2, then you cannot, you know, use a special case. You actually have to split the middle term, become two terms. You have 2u squared plus u, but 2u minus u minus 1 equals 0, right? And then I'm gonna factor 2u and get u plus 1. And I'm gonna factor negative 1 for the next two terms, and I have u plus 1 equals 0. Okay, so now, okay, now I will have u plus 1 multiplied by 2u minus 1 equals 0. And then I have u, then I will have apply 0 probability, and I have x plus u plus 1 equals to 0, or 2u minus 1 equals 0. Okay, so then I will have what? U, you subtract 1 by one side, you have u equal to negative 1, or u equal to 1/2. Remember that u is x cubed, right? Now I re-substitute, right? Okay, so now I just gonna reach substitute for u, which is x cubed, right? Negative 1 or x cubed equal to 1/2. Why I have to do this? Because we are looking for x. We're not looking for u, right? So I'm still have to come back with x after I solve for u. Okay. So remember that. Don't stop at u equal to something. You have to keep going with x. Okay, so after you have x cubed equal to negative 1, you're gonna just do cube root both hands side, right? Cube root both hands side. Cube root. Okay, so for the first case, I have x will be equal to negative 1. So this clearly it should be that, right? And the second case is gonna give me x equal to 1 over cube root of 2. Okay, so this should be the solution. This is the solution, like this one. Okay. Now let's move down and let's go. Let's do example 2. For example 2, I'm having a negative exponent. Right? Again, I usually gonna say I recommend that you're gonna substitute the middle term, over here. Right? So I will have, say, use substitute less use equal to m to the power negative 1, right? And if you square both hand side, you have u square will be m to the power negative 2, right? And now you can, you can use to this thing to substitute into the original equation. Then you have negative 6u plus 13, let's use square, use plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, so for this one, I would like to multiply by negative 1 both inside. Have 6u squared minus 13u and then plus minus 5 equal to 0. And then I will apply this AC method. So I have a times c equal to negative 30, and then I have negative 13. So two numbers that multiply by equation with negative 30 and addition equal to negative 13, right? So I have, say, negative 10 and negative 3. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't work because you multiply going to be 30. So what is that going to be? 5 and 6, no, 5 and 7. No, 5 and 6 with negative 30 doesn't work. Let's say 15 and 2, yes. Let's say 15, negative 15 and 2. Okay, that's better. So I have split the middle term become to this number, right? 6u squared minus 15u plus 2u minus 5 equals 0, right? And then factor out 3u's. For the first two terms, I have 2u's minus 5. And then plus 2u's minus 5 because I don't want to factor anything for the second term. And you can see over here, I have the common factor as 2u minus 5. And then I factor them out. And I have 3u plus 1 as the other factor, 0. So then I will have the solution as 2u's minus 5 equals 0, or 3u's plus 1 equals 0. And then I will have, no, I'm actually going to move down here, and I will have u equal to 5 over 2, or u equal to negative 1/3. So then, because I'm solving for m, right? I'm solving for m. I have to come back with m. So I have I was using m equal to u equal to m negative 1. So I have m to the power negative 1 equal to 5/2, or m to the power negative 1 equal to negative 1/3. Then you're gonna flip it to get m, right? So m will be equal to 2/5, or m equal to 3, negative 3 as the answer, because the power negative 1 will be positive if you flip it. Okay, so I'm solving. I have solved problem 2. Okay, so I come to number 3. Okay, so number 3, we're gonna solve an equation that has fraction exponent. Okay, and again, I will always suggest that you will try to substitute the lower exponents, the term with lower exponent. So in here I have use, let's use equal to x power 1/3. Then when you square it, you have x power 1/3 square, and we mean use square will be equal to x power 2/3. So you can see that I can now substitute the x 1/3 and x 2/3 as u square minus 2u minus 8 equals 0. For this problem, I think I can easily factor it with 4 and -4 and 2. So I'm gonna say u minus 4 times u plus 2 equal to 0. And then that means that give me u minus 4 equals 0, or u plus 2 equals 0. And that give me u equal to 4, or u equal to -2. So now you can have as because we are looking for the x, right? So we can chain now, chain back. X power 1/3 equal to 4, or x power 1/3 equal to -2. So for each k in here, I would like to make power third both hand side. Right. Then I have x equal to 4 to power 3 gonna be 64, or x equal to -8 as the answer. So we're done with this part. Let's move to the last problem. And that's the last problem. We still have number 5 and 4. Okay, so solving for a 4th degree equation. So in this this problem, okay, so example number 4, we're solving a 4th degree equation. For this problem, I would like to lower down x4 become x squared, become something square, right? So in order to do that, you would think about I have like x square. Let's use equal to x square, right? And so then we have u square will be x square square, and that's the x4. So I can change this x4 to become u square minus 1 equal to 0. And that can be applied as a, that can be factored as a difference of square. So we is u minus 1 times u plus 1 equals 0. And then that's give me u equal to -1, or u equal to 1. something like that. Actually, you know, let's go another way. Positive 1 or you negative 1. And now I come back with x squared. So I have x squared equal to 1 or x squared equal to negative 1. So for x squared equal to 1, you can have, when it's square root both inside, you have x equal to 1, positive and negative. Okay. But for x squared equal to negative 1, there's no real solution for this case. But if you keep going with the imaginary, you have x equal to positive and negative of square root of negative 1, which equal to positive and negative of I. So the solution is solution of x equal to positive and negative 1 and positive and negative of I. That's the answer. Okay. All right, so finally, we come to example number 5. And for this example, we are solving a rational equation. What we have to do is we're going to multiply each term by the highest degree term at the bottom. So we're going to multiply it by multiply each term by x squared and see what happens, right? So we have 1 over x times with x squared plus 1 over x squared times x squared equal to negative of x squared. So that's give me the first term become x. Let me become x over here, and the second one give me 1. The last one become negative x squared. And if I adding both hand side by x squared, then I have x squared, oops, x squared plus x plus 1 equal to 0. For this one, I don't think that we can factor it. Then I can think about going with, you know, completing square. So let adding both inside by b. So I have b in here equal to 1. So then b over 2 will be equal to 1/2, and b over 2 squared will be equal to 1/4. Let's add both inside by 1/4, right? No, yes. Let's add both inside by 1/4. So I have x squared plus x add with 1/4 1 equal to 1/4. Right. I actually can move this negative 1, this 1 to the other hand side. So I have x squared plus x plus 1/4 equal to 1/4 minus 1 is negative 3/4. And then now I will have, so this one become a completing square, which is x plus 1/2, everything square, equal to negative 3/4. And now I can just apply the square root over t. I have, so I have x plus 1/2 equal to plus and minus the square root of negative 3/4, which can tell me, it can give me x equal to -1/2 plus and minus with a square root of 3/2i. And that's going to be the answer. Okay. So I'm done with section 11.6, and we'll see you next time.